In the shadowy outskirts of a bustling city, a young Bengal kitten named Milo lived in a forgotten alley. Milo wasn't like other kittens. His fur was a striking green. At first, his color drew curiosity, but soon, that curiosity turned into mockery. Life had been relentlessly cruel to him, and the world seemed determined to push him down. Milo wasn't always alone. His mother had once been his everything. She was his protector, his source of warmth and hope. She often told him, "Milo, your green fur is a gift. It makes you unique. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise." Her words shielded him from the harshness of the world. But when she fell gravely ill, everything changed. One cold morning, Milo found himself digging his mother's grave in a quiet corner of the city's cemetery. His tiny, trembling paws scraped at the frozen earth as tears blurred his vision. When he placed a wilted flower on her grave, he whispered, "I'll make you proud one day, Mom." But deep down, he felt an unbearable emptiness. With her gone, Milo was left to face a world that showed him no kindness. Back in the alley he called home, the people who once greeted his mother with smiles now avoided Milo. They whispered cruel words about his green fur and poverty. "What an eyesore," they'd mutter. His clothes, an old white shirt full of holes and gray frayed jeans, were tattered from years of wear. His red Adidas sneakers, once a gift from his mother, had soles that flapped with every step. At school, Milo's torment was even worse. The rich children bullied him relentlessly. They called him names like Trash Cat and Garbage Milo. One day, as he sat alone in the playground, clutching his worn school books, a group of boys surrounded him. Without warning, they snatched his books and tossed them into a muddy puddle. Milo reached out to retrieve them, but one of the boys shoved him, sending him tumbling to the ground. Laughter erupted around him as they spat at him and walked away. "Why don't you just disappear?" one of them sneered. Milo didn't fight back. He had learned long ago that no one would stand up for him. Tears streamed down his green cheeks as he picked up his ruined books. At home, or what passed for home, Milo slept in a damp cardboard box. Every night, he cried himself to sleep, clutching his knees to his chest as hunger gnawed at him. His dreams were filled with memories of his mother stroking his fur and calling him special. But morning always came, and with it, the harsh reality of loneliness. He scavenged for food in dumpsters behind fast food joints, his stomach twisting with hunger. Sometimes, he'd find scraps, stale bread or leftover fries, but more often, he went to sleep with an empty belly. One evening, as Milo sat on the steps of an apartment building, he stared through the window at a family laughing around a dinner table. The warmth of their smiles and the sight of their feast made his heart ache. "Why can't that be me?" he whispered, tears rolling down his face. Years passed, and Milo's life seemed stuck in an endless cycle of pain. But one day, everything changed. Milo was playing tennis against the wall of an abandoned building, using a worn racket he had found in the trash. The rhythmic thud of the ball hitting the wall was his escape, a rare moment of peace in his chaotic life. Unbeknownst to him, a man in a sharp suit was watching from a distance. Mr. Grant, a scout for an international tennis academy, had been searching for raw talent. He saw something in Milo that no one else had ever noticed. "What's your name, kid?" Mr. Grant asked, stepping closer. "And Milo," the kitten stammered, clutching the worn racket tightly. "You've got potential, Milo. With the right training, you could be great. Are you interested?" Milo's heart raced. He had never been offered anything before. With trembling paws, he nodded. Milo's journey to greatness wasn't easy. Training at the academy in the US was grueling. He often felt out of place among the wealthy players with their pristine uniforms and top-of-the-line gear. But Milo worked harder than anyone else. Long after everyone had left the court, he stayed, practicing until his paws ached and his body begged for rest. His perseverance began to pay off. Milo started winning matches, and his unique style caught the attention of the tennis world. Adidas, the brand of the sneaker he had once scavenged in, signed him to a major endorsement deals. It felt like a full-circle moment, a symbol of how far he had come. Years later, Milo stood on the grand stage of the Spanish Open. The crowd roared as he stepped onto the court, wearing his signature green-themed tennis gear. Every serve, every swing of the racket was a testament to the struggles he had overcome. When Milo won the championship, the stadium erupted in cheers. As he held the golden trophy above his head, tears streamed down his face. The little kitten who had once been mocked and abandoned was now a celebrated hero. Milo didn't forget his past. He used his success to create shelters for homeless children and fund scholarships for young athletes from underprivileged backgrounds. His story became a beacon of hope for those who felt invisible. One evening, dressed in a sleek suit, Milo returned to the alley where he had once lived. He stood in the spot where his cardboard box had been, and memories of his childhood flooded back. Walking to the cemetery, he placed a bouquet of flowers on his mother's grave. "I made it, Mom," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion. "Thank you for believing in me." As he stood there, under the glow of the city lights, Milo realized something profound. His green fur, once a source of ridicule, was now a symbol of his unique journey. It was proof that even the most unlikely dreams could come true.